You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, man, back with another one. Hope you Bamas are doing wonderful. Hey, listen, it's been a long minute coming. I appreciate everybody who I really do be appreciating people who be reaching out to me. I'm like, man, well, what's up with the shows, man? What's up? Listen, man. Listen, I keep trying to explain to y'all. I am a father. I am a husband. I got responsibilities, and plus it is the summer, ain't going on in the summer. Nothing going on. People just making up stuff. People just talking about stuff that don't make no type of sense. You get what I'm saying? So again, I gotta when I come on screen, I don't want to just be on here talking to y'all Bama just to be talking to y'all Bama. I want to at least give y'all some Bama some information. You know what I'm saying? Let you know what's going on in these streets and what's popping and not. You know what I'm saying? But overall, hope everybody had a wonderful 4th. Hey. I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th, man. All right. So at the end of the day, man, it has been a good day in the neighborhood. It has been a good day in the neighborhood, right? So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Listen, real quick though. Shout out to my boy Josh. Now y'all know Josh. You know, listen, I say Josh gonna do what Josh gonna do. All right. Now, FAMU Josh has gotten a new job up here at Kent State in Ohio. Probably live like 20 minutes away from me. He asked me, he's like, yo, Scotty, what you doing for the 4th? I was like, bro, we cooking out. Me and the fam cooking out. You are more than welcome to come through. Josh came through, man, brought us a nice little cake, had himself some Corona. So real quick story time, right? So me and Key, you know, the fam, we do it real, you know, just family-oriented stuff. Nothing too crazy, right? So we had some food. So, you know, we had about 3 racks of ribs and some, you know, some chicken, some burgers and all that type of stuff, right? So then Josh texts me and he like, yo, you know, he want to come through. I was like, all right. So, man, it's like 8 o'clock at night on July 3rd. I say January, Lord Jesus. July 3rd, probably last time I did a show. And we running out trying to get an extra thing of ribs because we like, hey, we don't want no food to get out, right? So we running around doing our thing with it, trying to find it. We find it, get back, we season it all up, we good. So we got 4 racks of ribs. Man, this Bama come through, and he talking about something. I don't eat red meat. What? Man, I was hot. My wife was like, oh, that's all right, whatever. I'm like, bro. He said, yeah, I'm gonna just eat this chicken. I said, come on, man. I'm gonna eat the mac and cheese and the beans. I ain't gonna eat I don't eat red meat. I was like, listen, man. I'm not listen, I'll be like, isn't chicken red meat? Like, I'm confused. What is, like, don't stuff bleed? Listen, don't get me going. Don't get me going. I'll be like that. I'm like, come on, man. He's like, I just take the chicken. I just eat the chicken. I'm like, so, but overall, man, it was a good time, man. Went over there, played some cornhole with my neighbors and stuff like that, man. Had a good old time. So yeah, we didn't win. We didn't win. You know, but we fought hard though. It was some close matches, some close games in that cornhole. Cornhole is competitive, okay? Like when you get it going, cornhole be having the whole thing going, okay? So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. All right, listen. Today is my anniversary. Let me get a little vibe going for me and the wife. You know what I'm saying? I should have had it all kind of raised up. I didn't even think about it. But today is our 2nd year anniversary, man. I love my wife. Anybody don't know me? No, I love me some Akila Scott. Okay, that is my everything. And here we go. Let's ride. Let's vibe out a little bit. Hey, ho, hey.
Tomorrow will come and girl, I can't wait. It's our anniversary. Woo! Anniversary. The first thing I'll do is run straight to you. It's our anniversary. Anniversary. It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary.
Yeah.
Anniversary.
Listen, it is our second year anniversary, man. We have been doing this thing for quite a while. We've been dating for 4 years, married for 2. And I just want to say to my wife, my lovely wife, that none of this, I want to be very clear. There is no off script without Akila Scott, okay? Without Key. So, she's the one that told me to do it. She's the one that told me to rock with it, to roll with it. She said God told her, I tell y'all, God be talking to my wife now. I don't play about that. So God told Key told me, was like, hey, God wants you to do this off script thing, and we've been rolling ever since, man. So, I got to tell this story. And then I'm going to move on. I hope she's not going to be mad at me. But it's not a bad story. It's like, what I'm saying? It's like, I think it's a good story. To me, it's a great story because it talks about the perseverance of me and my lovely wife. Now, so listen. So quick story. So when we were dating, we were just dating this time, and I had did the video about DeSean, and I was like, if you remember, if you've been rocking with me for this long, if you don't, I'm just gonna give you the backstory, right? So I did a video about DeSean because a video came out that he was talking bad about his quarterbacks, and it wasn't what it really looked like, and it was a lot of ambiguity, right? This is how I got the interview with DeSean, right? So I went ham on him. I'm talking about as I do, as I know how to do so well, right? So I go ham on him, and then I find out the backstory of the story, right? Of that, it was a game between him and Dude Sam and all that type of stuff. So I get on like an hour later, maybe like the next day, hour later, something crazy like that, and I apologize to DeSean because again, listen, my mom always said right is right and wrong is wrong. So I'm like, I was in the wrong. It wasn't what it was. So in the apology, DeSean and his team sees it. They see the apology, right? And they reach out to me on Instagram, and his media guy at the time, I don't know if he's still there, but the media guy at the time, he DMs me, and it gets into the request file. So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, who is this? He's like, hey, DeSean wants to meet you. He sends me his cell number and all this. I'm like, man, this ain't lying. But me, I'm curious, so I hit him up. And he's like, yeah, man, DeSean really appreciate the apology. He saw your video, and he respects that, and da-da-da-da. He said, so he wants to talk to you. Now, mind you, this is early, Scotty. So this is like, I'm still in my prime era, okay? Like, I'm still in, I love me some prime, right? Like, I'm in that era, okay? That's the era I'm in. I love me some prime era. I love Deion Sanders era. I still love Deion Sanders as a player. Like, that's one of my favorite players. But just, I'm in like head over heels, like prime. I'm one of the primettes. I'm driving the bus, okay? So he FaceTimes me. I got the pictures. Listen, I'm geeked, okay? Like, if you know me and my family is all Dallas Cowboy fans, okay? Like, we are. My mama's side is all Dallas Cowboy fans. Like we will disown you if you're not one. So me talking to Deion Sanders is like, I made it, okay? Like, I made it. Like, my family can't tell me nothing. I'm the GOAT, okay? Ain't none of y'all niggas talk to me. I did that. 21. Hot prime. Hot. That's me, right? So we FaceTiming, we talking. He's like, man, I'd love to get you down here, da-da-da-da, show you around. I'm like, cool. We talking, chatting up and all that type of stuff. It's cool. So then, like, afterwards, I'm geeked. I call Key. I'm like, babe, Deion Sanders just called me, da-da-da-da, FaceTime, da-da-da-da. He said he gonna come in. You want me to come down to Jackson? And all Key said was, what if he wants to give you an interview? No, I'm sorry. She says that before he calls. I'm sorry. I'm getting the story backwards. She said that before he called. I said, Deion gonna call me. He gonna FaceTime me, da-da-da. And she said, what if he wants to give you an interview? Right? Like, she's like, what if he wants to give you an interview? I was like, nah, I ain't gonna want to give me little old me. I'm new to the game. Like, I'm brand spanking new. I'm probably like 2,000 subscribers in, 1,500, something crazy like that, right? So I'm like, ain't no way, right? So then he FaceTimes me. He talks, and then he's like, hey, yeah, I want you to come down, interview, da-da-da. I am over the moon. I'm like, babe. Da-da-da-da-da, right? So how God worked in the whole situation was I had a subscriber that was already talking about paying for my trip to go down to Jackson. So, that was during the COVID season. Some games got canceled, and then DeSean was open at the same time so that game got canceled. The PV game or one of the games got canceled, so he was available to do the interview at the same game I was going to fly down. Now, mind you, I'm struggling, okay? Like, let me tell you, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Listen, your boy ain't got it. Child support knocking me across the head. I think I probably had either just left my job or was about to leave my job. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't bringing that type of money in, so I want to go down to Jackson, and I'm finding listen, if it wasn't for that subscriber, I think his name was Musa at the time. Shout out to Musa. Paid for my flight, paid for my hotel room to be there. Shout out to him. Right now, Key's like, hey, I want to go. Now, when she says that to me, I'm thinking city girl. You get what I'm thinking city girl, like she want me to fly her out to Jackson. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, boo boo, boo boo. I ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I ain't got it like that, right? So I'm like, how am I going to finagle this? I don't, she fine, booty big, boobs big, sexy. I'm like, I'm trying, I want to get you down there, but, I ain't got it like that, right? So she's like, I'm like, hey, I don't know how you going to get down there. She's like, oh, nah, no worries. I'll buy my own flight. I'm like, what? She's like, oh, yeah, I'll buy my own ticket. I'll meet you there. I said, bet, right? So then we both in Jackson. Now we there. We both at the hotel. The hotel is free, so you go kick it with me, right? So she's like, okay, cool, we kicking it. She's like, how you gonna get to Jackson? I'm like, I'm an Uber. Like, how you gonna get to Jackson? I'm saying, I'm an Uber. She was like, my grandfather, he from Mississippi. She's like, Ubering in Jackson ain't the safest. She's like, I'll get us a rental car. I'm like, what? Listen, I'm broke. Okay, I'm briggity broke. So I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. And she just like, yeah, sure. Get a rental car, driving it around, hitting all the potholes like we, hitting potholes like Jack State do, king of the potholes, right? So we doing that. We do the interview, man. We meet DeSean. We do the interview, and the whole time she just right there the whole time in the back, recording, doing all. It's one of the. I tell her all the time. Like after that trip, I was like, I'm gonna marry that girl. Like I love this chick. Like I love this girl. Like no, there's not a woman in my personal opinion. Okay, my personal opinion. There's not a woman out there right here, right now, who would have stayed down with me long enough to see the success of what Offscript has done. Now, it's funny because at the time my wife worked, she was making really good money, and I didn't work, and I'm making YouTube money. And the flip side of it is now I'm blessed to take care of her, and she doesn't work. And now she's able to do what she wants to do and not do or sleep in or whatever, right? Go to Pilates classes in the middle of the day. So when I tell you, like, she's everything to me. Like that's why I don't play about my wife. Like I play about a lot of stuff, but and Mr. Campbell, no, I do not play about my wife because a couple people in here was talking crazy, and I was like, I'll come and see you for real, right? So I love Key, I love you, babe. Happy anniversary, and man, just many more, man, many more. That is the Offscript love story. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's the Offscript love story for me, and that's why, it is what it is. But just wanted to give y'all a little background on that, man. That's how it went down, man. That's how it went down. So, I love my wife. I loves my wife, as a good friend of ours does. I loves my wife. Now, let's get to today's show. Let's get into today's show, right? Now, listen. Now, let me say this. I do not know how long I have been screaming about this, because I scream. And y'all know I scream. I scream very loudly. I talk very loudly. But god damn, like, how does this always transpire to where I have been screaming and yelling about this very thing right here? I'm going to let y'all sit on that. I'm going to let y'all sit on that. I'm going to let y'all ponder on that. I'm going to let y'all simmer on that. Because if there has been, listen, there has been nobody in this space that has talked about, brought up, done, yelled, screamed, pleaded, banged on the table for jerseys more than me. And now you're seeing two prominent figures understand. First of all, best believe I'm buying me one. Okay? Best believe I'm going to get me one. I'm getting the black one. I might get the red one for the wife. Listen, I'm a fan, okay? And I got my Michael Vick one coming too. And you're going to see them on the back wall. Let me put myself in the solo view. You're going to see both the jerseys right there. DeSean on one side. Kofi ain't going nowhere. Kofi going to be in the middle. DeSean on one side, Vic on the other. Okay? Your boy getting both. I'm getting both sides of it. I'm getting both of these junks. So I just want to let you know. Get in the game, baby. Get in the game. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. You guys have got to start getting jerseys for prominent players and figures that have gone to your institution. There is no reason. And again, this is limited edition. This is pre-order. Some of your athletic directors aren't smart enough to do it. This is a pre-order. So he only buys the jerseys from the amount of purchases that they get. That's called smart business. Smart business, baby. That's how it goes down. Pre-order. Get it locked in. Now, Michael Vick did something different because he sold his at the spring game, so you had to have stuff on hand. That's fine. He knew he was going to blow it out. People was going to come through by the jersey. That ain't no biggie. But Dale State like, hey, listen, let's get these pre-orders in, and let's turn around and get them out in enough time. That's what it is. That's just good business. And that black one, I don't know what the color blue that is. Baby blue, sky blue, but it's clean. Ooh-wee! That joker clean. I hope it got Jackson on the back too. But again, this is a school that is all in. They're all in on the plan. And that's how you got to have it, baby. You got to have it just like this. You see what I'm saying? So why can't we see a Grambling State Devontae Kincaid jersey? Why haven't we got that? Why haven't we got a Isaiah Land FAMU jersey or a Marquise Bell FAMU jersey? Why haven't we got these things? It's an easy sell. It's an easy sell. I'm going to keep saying that. The former running back that's killing it in the UFL at Alcorn. Why hasn't he got a jersey? Right? I'm going to keep saying this. Akil Glass from Alabama A&M, spring championship or not, he should have a jersey. Period. I mean, what else you? And then don't let Ohio State jump into it. They'll tell you we got everybody. Clark Clinton and Walter Payton. They'll just start naming. Give me a Casey Terrio jersey. I want a Casey Terrio. Y'all know I'm a fan of Casey. I love Casey Terrio, right? So it's there. You have the players to make it work. No different than NCCU doing a Davis Richards jersey, right? Like there's players in your program and listen, I get it. People love HBCUs, players love HBCUs, graduates love it, but there's nothing like a player that played for their institution to come back to said institution and be able to see people wearing their jersey. You can't pay for love like that. You can't pay for a just sense of value, right? Because now you're getting to the point where people are like, man, like, I'm gonna do this for my school, and I'm gonna do because my school did this for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who you're gonna do for PV. Y'all ain't got too many players. I mean, other than KJ Black, I can't tell you another player from PV, so don't ask me. But Southern, Willie Quinn, and all those guys y'all talk about, all the championships that you got, you get what I'm saying? Like, hot, Ladarius Skelton. Listen, name them. UAPB, probably the old lineman, you know what I'm saying? Who else? You got Graham, you got Alcorn. Listen, I still don't know why there ain't no Steve McNair jerseys. You can't even make that make sense. You know how much money Alcorn would make for some throwback Steve McNair jerseys? Now, I don't know who they got to talk to. I heard Steve McNair's family is, but you got Fred, right? Like, have Fred talk to the estate and make it work. Like, come on, man. Like, Steve McNair, I'm going to get me a Steve McNair jersey. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's Steve McNair. Throwback, baby. Right? I don't know if Jerry Rice is going to go for Valley, selling his jersey, whatever. Whatever. But all I'm saying is it's available, right? It is available, and it should be available for players that have been instrumental for that institution. That's all I'm saying. Like, again, there's nothing that the PWIs do in the sense of history. We have to think about this, man. Like, there should be an Eddie Robinson jersey, not Alabama State. I'm talking about the head coach, right? And the number be the championships. Like, just, you get what I'm saying? Like, you, however many championships Eddie Robinson won, if it's, or his games or champions, whatever. And you can put patches all over it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't have people, all people do is tell me about history. Right? That's all HBCU alums and historians. That's all they do is tell me about history. But none of it's important enough to put money into it. Because you can go get a Bo Jackson jersey from Auburn. You can go get a Cam Newton jersey from Auburn. I can go get a Tebow jersey from Florida. I can go get a Terrell Pryor jersey from Ohio State. I can get an Ezekiel Elliott jersey from Ohio State. They know their history, as well as they also invest in their history. So HBCUs cannot be historic and not invest in the history. That doesn't make sense. You're so proud to say, the FCS awards are former HBCU players. Well, goddamn, give them a jersey. Give them a jersey. If it's Arenas, the DB, if it's the Eddie Robinson Award, if it's Walter Payton Award, if they're all former HBCU players, goddamn, give them a jersey. Can we go buy one? That's all I'm saying. You got all these former NFL players. Can we get their jersey? Can we get the throwback? Right? Cam Newton's jersey is still hot. The Auburn throwback is still hot. Why can't we get these throwback jerseys that would mean so much to the culture because of the history that they've played? Because, again, a lot of people do not know. A lot of HBCU alums are blind to the fact that a lot of people do not know where their favorite players have come from. If I walked around, I wouldn't. But if a Jack State person goes to Chicago and has a Payton jersey, they be like, yo, Payton, like, is that like Walter Payton? You know the white people. You know how white people are. Is that Walter Payton? Oh, yeah. Oh, what school did he go? I never knew he went to Jackson State. Where's Jackson State? Like, that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. There's plenty of people that love Steve McNair and don't know he went to Alcorn. There's plenty of people that love Shannon Sharp and don't know he went to Savannah State. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. What I'm saying is put money and invest in it. And again, we're seeing it from the elites. They understand it. There's a value in their name, and they're going to promote it with the institution. Very simple. Very simple. If Deion would have did this, oh my God. If Jackson could have got Deion to do this, like free and clear, not no shuffle side deal type stuff, and just say, hey, we going to put out a 21 jersey and says Sanders or Prime on the, oh my God, could you have imagined the funds? Could you imagine the funds? You get what I'm saying? So again, all I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, there is value in giving back to your fans other than some goddamn t-shirts. And come on, man. Like, people are, listen, I'm tired of t-shirts. Like, I love me a good t-shirt. You get what I'm saying? Like, I love me a good but I love a jersey, right? Like, Southern should be selling Ricky Weeks jersey. Southern, I mean, like, really? You had a I think it was like the number one draft pick, if I'm not mistaken, or a first round pick, top 10 pick. Like, how does Ricky Weeks not be able to have a baseball jersey to be sold at Southern? You get what I'm saying? A perfect example, Shaq Leonard, right? Shaq Leonard, perfect example to be put on at the at South Carolina State, right? So again, when you do that, that just shows the love that you have for those former players, and they're able to love on you back. You get what I'm saying? So that's just my little 2 cents on it, man. At the end of the day, man, I just hope that people will start finally getting their head at their ass and really do some work and like really push this product of, hey, how can we get this? Or if we did a limited edition drop, if we did a drop, if we did this, or because again, a lot of this could be done with just pre-orders, right? Like, you come out and you go to Fox News, you go to whomever you want to go to, and you talk about the drop that you're about to make, right? So if FAMU says, hey, this season we're going to have we're going to do a limited edition Marquise Bell in the black and orange or the black and white, jersey, the way FAMU people love their merch, it's going to be gone, right? Or the first 100 people get, a Marquise Bell jersey with a 50th anniversary patch on it or something like, right? Like, you gotta make it make sense. You just gotta make it make sense. And if you promote it the right way, you do that. See, but the thing is, this is the part about HBCUs that really bother me. And if the shoe fits, wear it. If it don't, let it go by you. But you'll promote for donations, right? We need your money. We need your money. Oh, we need your money. But it's like you won't promote for things outside of that. You won't put in the marketing dollars to get people to come out and support a product or something like, something like a jersey drop or a season tickets or whatever. It's very finicky on how they promote those things, or they don't promote them at all, right? Like, if you're not in the email list or the email chain, like, you don't get it, right? Like, I bought a Howard hoodie probably like last year when they were doing like the old throwback Mecca look. And I bought that hoodie. Man, they've been emailing me every other month or some new Howard merch, right? Like, that's you. Once you get caught up in the email chain, then you start getting that stuff. But at the same time, you still got to promote and market and get people outside of it to bring it in. Like, yes, we're doing it for our fans and our alums, but at the same time, marketing is marketing, and you never know who might want. You don't know who might like FAMU or who might want a FAMU jersey. There's black people in South Florida that like FAMU and will buy a FAMU jersey because it's available. You never know. So that's my little 2 cents on it, man. I just wish there was more of this creativity outside of when a team gets a celebrity coach. And my last point. I mean, realistically, if Ed Reed goes to Grambling, you telling me you wouldn't buy Ed Reed jersey? I know I would. Right here. Grambling, you ain't got money like that. You ain't got your finances all like that. So why wouldn't you sell? Like, you got to see if Marshall Faulk was coaching at Southern, you don't think that Southern fans will buy a Marshall Faulk coach jersey? You're out your goddamn mind. But again, people keep seeing it. Stop looking at NCAA, stop looking at the football world and realm of athletics like, oh, we got to get this certain guy. And listen, if you're a big enough brand, audio going in and out, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm just yelling. I'm going to make it work. I'll figure it out. Right? If you're a big enough brand, right? If you're a big enough brand, at the end of the day, it works for you to get your stuff together with partnering with a celebrity and putting it in place. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, if Marshall Faulk was at Southern, Marshall Faulk jerseys will fly off the hook. If Ed Reed was at Grambling, Ed Reed jerseys will fly off the hook. Because again, this NCAA right here, right now, this version of NCAA right here, right now, is a money grab. Everything in this new NCAA is money. How do we get more money? How do we bring it in? How are we able to distribute it? How are we able to cover our expenses, cover our costs, pay players, right? So to think that you don't need some outside force, be it a celebrity, be it a celebrity GM, be it a celebrity president, something that is able to get money from people that usually would not give to you, that is a benefit. And why not lean on a fan base of a celebrity NFL player? I don't know. That's just me. Let me see what's up with this audio. Window, sound levels. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know. I can't really change anything up. Let me see. I'm gonna change the headphones. All right, I'm gonna try to stay calm. I don't think my stuff is keeping up with my yelling. So let me just say this. I'm gonna try to stay calm because I want my audio going in and out. Let me just say this. At the end of the day, you gotta start partnering with brands or people that bring other people that are not used to your program or your place or whatever you got going to bring in that extra fandom, the extra dollar, the extra revenue, whatever you can to make it work. You know what I'm saying? So it just works in a different manner. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it just works in a different manner of how that works out. But let's move on. All right. I think it's Wi-Fi get you. Okay. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm trying to make it work. Appreciate y'all. All right. Let's move on. Now, question. Tell me how you feel about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Listen, I need an understanding, right? I need an understanding. How do we keep up with the NCAA and the House Settlement and everything that's going on? Now, again, I got a question. Here's my question. If you were broke when you didn't have to play the players, how you gonna find money to pay players? That's supposed to say pay players, not play players, pay players, right? You know my spelling me off, right? But again, how you gonna find money to pay players when you was broke? Y'all, that's all I hear from HB. Oh, we're broke. We can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't do this. And I'm looking and I'm just like, somebody got to make this make sense to me. Because at the end of the day, if you were having a hard time getting by before you could pay, before you had to pay players, how are you supposed to, how all of a sudden you supposed to be, it just, I mean, like, listen, I'm not saying that there's not things that could work for institutions. I'm not saying that, but the thing that bothers me is we got to look at it holistically, right? Like, let me say it like this. If I was renting, right, and you were my friend, all you guys in the chat, all 100 of y'all, 150 y'all, however many people watching this stream, right? If you guys were my peoples, right, and I'm renting, and I said, man, whew, I don't know how I'm getting by. This $2,200 a month is killing me. And then somebody offers me a $2,500 house, bigger house, more space, more backyard, tells me, hey, listen, you don't even got to give us a down payment. You don't even got to give us a down payment, right? So then I'm like, oh, man, I'm talking to y'all. I'm like, hey, man, they said I can make 20. They said they'll give me, I don't even got to put a down payment down. They don't even want a security deposit. They said I can move right in as long as I can make the $2,500 payment. You would say, Scotty, you are barely getting by with the $2,200. Why are you moving to a $2,500 rent? Oh, man, because I got more scholarships. I got more opportunity. I gotta let them know what I'm talking. I got more backyard space. I got a bigger kitchen. But then you'll be like, but yeah, I get that. You got all these extra amenities. I got that. But can you afford it? And I do not understand why the basic question is not being asked. Can you afford it? Like when you get down to the minutia of all the details of what is talked about, what the opportunities are, how many scholarships you can add, I'm telling you, in my 4 years of being in this space, all I have heard is financial. Scotty, we could if we had. Scotty, we could if we had. Scotty, we could if we had. Now, make that make sense to me. Now, how all of a sudden, now that this thing is open to you and you're available and you have an opportunity to do it, that now you have the financials to get it. I was watching this clip that somebody sent me, and it was talking about, it was a Southern clip, and somebody brought up the fact that he was like, we needed in the before the transition to the new NCAA settlement, we made sure we got donations and, made sure we got through and we made our budget work and stuff like that. But he clearly stated in the video, he said, now with the new house settlement and the SWAC and everybody in the SWAC opting into it, we're going to need more from the alums in their donation. This is the part that doesn't make sense to me. How are you? Oh my gosh. Again, maybe my brain just works differently, right? It's like this is what I'm telling you what it feels like to me. I'm just telling you what it feels like. It feels like you're in a church with 10 people, right? You're in a church with 10 people, and your pastor comes to you and says, "Hey, we want to move to a bigger church. This mortgage right here, it's about $1,500. The new church, oh man, $5,000. I just need more from y'all. We've already signed the papers. We're already good. We just need more from y'all." How does that work? How does that work? Because you're telling people who are giving, right? I can't tell you what to give. It's your giving, right? It's like it's not a mandatory thing. You don't have to mandatory you give me anything, but now I'm telling the people that were giving to me, I need more. I need more. Not me trying to go out and raise more money or do whatever I got to do. I'm telling the people that were giving to me freely out of their own free will, hey guys, we need more. I just don't get it. I don't. Because it's to me, it's like a fantasy world that how all of a sudden you were broke. The 4 years I've been here, broke. That's all y'all been telling me. We broke, Scotty. We ain't got it, Scotty. Financially, I mean, we would if we had it. We could if we did. You got a conservative president. Most of y'all in conservative states. Somebody's got to make this make sense. Because it just does not. It just does not. And on top of that, like let's really look at all the parameters, all the markers. And on top of that, the black advertising dollar is not contributing like people thought it was. DEI is going away. The DEI money for black media, black markets, for the HBCU stuff is also going away. There's also rumors that ESPN does not want to mess around with HBCUs anymore, or they're going to try to get them at a discount. So I'm just trying to make it make sense. If your media deals are not going up, if the advertising dollars are not going up, you're not going out and getting new campaigns and new fundraisers and all that type of stuff. How are you going to make more money in a space that is asking for you to pay out more? Somebody's just got to make it make sense. Because, again, let's break this down. The whites are doing it because the players are saying, hey, your media deals are going up. The stadiums are getting renovated. The coaches' salaries are going up, but the players that make it all work, we're not getting paid. That is completely different than an HBCU player saying, well, the coaches' salaries are going up. I mean, that's it. Your media deal money is not going up. Your media deal money is not life-changing, right? Like, media deal money in this space is like when a kid gets $100. Like, if I gave my son $100 right now, he'd be like, oh, my God, Dad, I'm rich. And you'd be like, boy, that $100 is going to go so fast, it will blow your mind. It's the same thing that you're telling me, oh, Scotty, we got $1 million media deal. $1 million doesn't even probably cover your budget. Like, it doesn't even cover y'all for the year. Maybe a year and a half. If you're just focusing on athletics, maybe a year and a half. 2 terms, a whole semester, maybe. But if you're talking about a whole, come on, man, like what? Again, I don't want to seem like I'm hating. It just feels like, I'm sorry, it feels like black people trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's what it feels like. It oozes that. Like, the whites got this. Why can't we have that? It's like, bro, like, we're not in the, and what I respect about it is, and I sent this to Mr. Campbell, like West Point, right? The Army West Point, U.S. West Point. They like, look, we not paying players. We can't do it. We're not going to do it. I'm not going to stop you from getting your money, but we're not going to pay players. That is West Point. That is the United States Army West Point. They are not paying players. They can't, but they're not going to stop players from getting their money. I'm telling you right now, in the business that is in right now, no HBCU, and I'm saying this with the deepest. No HBCU should have an NI collective, and no HBCU should be paying players. Because you know where that money could go? That money could go to nutrition. That money could go to revitalizing your weight room, or revitalizing your dorms, or revitalizing your budget for cafeteria food or whatever. There should be no HBCU paying players, point blank period. That money could go to other things than me paying a player $5,000 or $2,000 a month and him not show up or him be trash. And I've said this for year in and year out. You should be investing your money that will last longer than the season. I'm going to say that again. You should be investing your money in something that lasts longer than the season. Why not invest in a better recovery program? Because everybody feels if you go to HBCU and get hurt, you're going to get trash treatment. Why not invest in that? Why not take the extra money that you're trying to put into NILs and collectives? Why not go to nutrition, recovery, a new student union, make it to where the lifestyle of the student athlete is better. Not to where, hey, I'm just paying you $2,000 a month and him wasting it. I don't get it. If you're telling me your football isn't good, and it hasn't been good because of the circumstances that you find yourself in, you're getting secondhand players anyway. Because if a player could play at D1 and get paid $10,000 a month, they're going to go play D1 and get $10,000 a month. You're getting players that have either been on the bench, either didn't make it, didn't want, and it's okay. I'm not saying they're bad because everybody falls through the cracks, but it's like, why am I trying to keep up with the Joneses? Why am I trying to pay players $1,500, $2,000 a month to come play for me? Okay, if it's one player, all right, whatever. But to have a whole roster full of NIL players, and for an in-conference championship, not a national championship, not going up against FCS playoffs, not that. So we could win an internal championship, like the Blacks. You the champions of the Blacks. I'm paying you $2,000 to $5,000 so I can be the champions of the Blacks. That's different. That's different. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's different. I could get it if you was paying players to get to a national championship, and then, but on top of that, I got to keep going. On top of that, you can't even beat the whites. So you're let me get this straight. So you're paying players like the whites. You can't even beat the whites. Where is the logic? Where's the logic? It's not that you're paying players to beat a Southern Miss, to beat a North Dakota State, to beat a CMU, to beat a Tarleton, to beat a UTSA, to beat a La Tech, or to beat a UT. I mean, to beat a Southland team, to beat a conference. Like, you're not paying players to beat those guys because you don't want to play those guys. We just want to play the Blacks. We just want to play the Blacks. So now you're paying players to literally just beat the Blacks. That is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I just think that's just crazy to me. Like, you're not paying players to beat better competition. You're paying players just to beat your Blacks. Whew. Maybe like I said, sometimes maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I know everything. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't think it makes any sense to me. So what should a player in the Sun Belt do? They aren't playing for a national championship either. I'm not. Okay. Let me say this. Again, you're paying players that you're paying money that you really do not have. Again, and some of the white schools don't even have it. So what is I just don't get the premise of trying to keep up with the Joneses if you're not able. First of all, pretty much any Sun Belt team would beat you. Let's just keep it a buck on there. Like half the Sun Belt teams would beat you. The HBCU teams aren't even able to win out of conference games in the same league and level, but you're paying players to be better? I'm not understanding that. Like competition-wise, that doesn't even make sense. And even if you're playing for an indoor championship or in an intramural championship or intramural bowl game, whatever, at the end of the day, your teams are not getting any better because they're not beating anybody outside the conference unless it's D2 or losing to them, right? You're not beating same level competition, but yet and still you're paying players. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. I could get it if Jackson, if you paid your players and you went out and beat Southern Miss, okay, cool. That's legit. I'll give you that. If you paid your players and you went out and beat ULM, I'll give you that. Congratulations. If you went out and beat players, UAB, like if you beat those lower level G5s and FCS opponents, I would give you that. But you're literally just paying players to beat the blacks. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. When you could save that money, still play the blacks like you want to, and use that money for other things. This is what it is, and this is how I visualize it. Everybody's in the hood, but Jackson got a PS5 and FAMU got a PS5. Everybody else got Nintendos. All right, or Southern got a PS4, or Southern got a PS5, Jackson got a PS5, FAMU got a PS4, Alabama State got a PS5, right? But Valley, they got an Atari. Alcorn, they got a Sega Genesis. Alabama A&M, they got a PS4. Right? Like, it's just like, what? But y'all all in the hood. Upgrade your house. Upgrade your location. Get better infrastructure. But you're investing in the wrong things. That's just me personally. I'm not saying like, don't invest in athletics. I'm just saying not in the player. Invest in the facilities. Go get that jet water pool. Go get that zero gravity treadmill. Go get top-notch trainers. Go get top-notch whatever. Go get that. Again, that's all I'm saying. But, at the end of the day, Atari. Both of them. UAPB Atari and Valley Atari. Okay? Both of them. That's my whole thing. Again. I'm paying players. First of all, MEAC, Mike, let's break this down. I'm paying coaches $300,000, not Terrence Graves, by the way, but I'm paying Dooley $300,000, $400,000 to beat nobody. Right? At least Chennis Berry over there beating up on some white schools. At least he doing that. Right? At least Trey Oliver is over there beating up white schools. At least he doing that. But at the end of the day, like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? Just to get mollywopped. I'm paying head coaches $300,000, $400,000 to get mollywopped. Really? Come on, man. Stop it. That's all I'm saying. But again, whatever floats your boat, right? It's whatever floats your boat. If that's what you want to do, if you want to keep up with the Joneses and that's your thing, that's your thing. But it doesn't make any sense. And I would say this, I say this with all certainty. And I keep saying this, like, if you pull away the Band-Aid, right? If you pull away the Band-Aid and you really look at it and you look at it from a scope of real life and not college athletics, anybody Anybody that you knew that was in a financial situation like that, you would say, hey, I don't think that's a smart thing. That's what you would say. Scotty is right, though. You should be paying the players. You shouldn't be paying the players if you're not even investing in the athletic departments and things that support the app. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's very simple. It's very simple. But, you know, hey, keep up. Listen, keep up with the Joneses. Keep playing that game. Have fun with it. All right, have fun with it. All right, moving on. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it.
I'm not mad at this. Now I know this had Twitter in a frenzy, especially HBCU Twitter. This had HBCU Twitter in a frenzy. Right now, get it. Granted, listen. I know Tiffany watches the show every now and again. Tiffany, you know I love you. I love you. Okay, I love you and Jay's. I love you and Jay's chemistry. I really do. But I'ma just need some football questions to be asked. Now, granted, there's only 6 teams. It ain't too much you can do. It ain't too much you can show. Whatever. It's only 6 teams. But I love this because I'm gonna go back to this. I'm gonna go forward to go back. When have you seen the SWAC do anything this innovative?
Sometimes you.
Oh, goddamn.
Don't worry, I'll wait. When have you seen the SWAC do anything innovative? Anything. Anything innovative for SWAC Media Day? You haven't. You won't. You gotta listen. You might not like the commissioner of the MEAC. She might not know what she's doing. She might be the downfall of you all. But when it comes to MEAC Media Day, they in they bag. They in they bag. When it comes to MEAC Media Day, if they can't do nothing else right, pay nobody, get contracts, nothing, they gonna do for them 6 teams, okay? For them 6 teams, they gonna do right. They gonna get it together for them 6 teams. And I'm gonna say that because, again, this is what you need to do to get, you gotta do something to get your brand out. I'm tired of seeing people talking about, I'm tired of hearing people saying, oh, we don't need that. We don't need that. Nobody is watching your shit. Nobody is watching you. You got to go get a LeSean McCoy. You got to go get a Dion. You got to go get a DeSean. You got to go get a Michael Vick. Why do you think MEAC Media Day is even at M&T Bank Stadium? It would not be there if you didn't have 2 former NFL players. Nobody want them trash ass 6 teams at the Ravens Stadium. I don't care who watching me right now. NCCU, South Carolina. Nobody wants your trash ass teams at the Ravens Stadium. And I said it.
Oh, goddamn.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told.
If you were so important, if your brand is so big, if you so nice, why you take all this time for right now for your ass to be at the M&T Bank Stadium? Why you didn't do it last year when you had Odoms? Why didn't you do it the year before last when you had the sorry-ass coach from Delaware State that year? Huh? Why you didn't do it then? Why you didn't do it then when you had NCCU winning championships? Why didn't you do it after they won and beat Jackson? Why didn't you do it then? Okay then. That's exactly why you didn't do it. I don't need no answers. Because you was trash, and now you got 2 former NFL players that have now set you up in a place that you have never been before. Now you at the M&T Bank Stadium. You wouldn't have sniffed that joint if it wasn't for Michael Vick and DeSean Jackson. LeSean McCoy wouldn't have sniffed being at MEAC Media Day if Michael Vick and DeSean Jackson was not there. So what are we talking about right now? Again, I'm sick and tired of people saying, oh, we don't need celebrities. The fuck y'all don't? Nobody's watching your shit. So what you got to do is you got to lean on another audience to bring people in. And it's okay. It's okay because, again, once black people get here and they see the environment, they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like this. This ain't too bad. But you just got to bring them in. Nobody cares how a customer comes through the door. How do you treat that customer once they come through the door is what's important. That's all I'm saying. And that's the mindset that you got to be in. I'm sick and tired of hearing all this MEAC shit like y'all something. Bro, you're on the same level as the NEC 10. Irrelevant as a conference. Now, you might have individual programs that matter, but as a conference, y'all niggas NEC 10. Okay? Stop playing. Stop playing. Oh, 32. Trust me. Oh, the SWAC getting A's too. They gonna, trust me when I tell you. The SWAC is gonna get theirs. Hold off. Just let me cook for a minute. Okay? You know how like you whooping one kid and the other kid think he free, he over there snickering. Oh, they gonna get theirs. They gonna get theirs. Trust me. Let me cook though, right? Because in me cooking y'all, I'm still praising y'all. And the reason I'm praising you is because your willingness to do this, right? You got to understand, you got to change it up to bring in new fans, to bring in new people with new eyeballs, especially if your ass on ESPN Plus. Especially if your ass on ESPN Plus. SWAC Media Day is in Birmingham, Alabama. Tell me you don't give a fuck about your media day. Tell me you don't give a fuck about your media day, and I'll tell you where it's located. Okay? Birmingham, Alabama. I don't give two shits if your conference office is there. Nobody is trying to go to Birmingham, Alabama. So again, tell me you don't care about your media day without telling me. Okay, put it in Birmingham, Alabama. Come on, man. Stop playing me. But you got a better off chance of having a 1 million man march down there than people really coming out. Anyway, right? So again, I like this. I ain't hating. I ain't mad. I love it. Now, here we go. I think it can get deeper. No. I smell something cooking. Okay, I smell something cooking. Let me tell you what I smell cooking. Because what I really think is DeSean and LeSean and the powers that be got together, said, hey, love to have you down, kind of see the vibes, smell the vibes for your new position.
To accept the head coach's job.
Howard University.
And I will make sure that the brothers will be good, be disciplined, and be great young men.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to win championships.
Y'all see what's going on?
And you got to offer me a lot of money.
Uh-oh.
You feel me?
Uh-oh.
Howard.
Uh-oh.
I'm reaching out once again.
Woo. Hey, now you crazy.
Come on.
Hey, you just put your bid in right now. Howard don't play. LeSean McCoy, DeSean Jackson, and Michael Vick.
All right, this feels almost illegal to know, but our windows were so old and just desperately needed to be replaced.
The powers that be are putting this thing together. Listen to me when I'm telling you, the powers that be, they're trying to bring LeSean in to show him the landscape of the land. Okay, I'm telling you, y'all see, y'all not thinking. I'm thinking. Okay, I'm thinking. They trying to bring him in to see to see the landscape of the land. I'm telling you, I'm just there. I'm telling you. Believe me when I tell you, it's there.
To accept the head coach job.
Ooh, Howard University.
And I will make sure accept the head coach job.
I think, you know, man, HBCU, man, like, come on, man, just the black college.
I used to listen real quick. Since you brought it up, I used to go to Howard every other week when I was let up. Oh, my God. Howard.
Said, oh, my God.
Listen, you got a lot of great history tradition, you know, and it would be an honor to accept the head coach job.
Ooh, Howard University.
And I will make sure that them young brothers will be good, be disciplined, and great young men. And we're going to win championships.
Y'all see what's going on?
And you got to offer me a lot of
And you don't got to offer me a lot of money. I'm going to say that again because Howard got it, okay? If anybody got it, Howard got it. But I'm going to just say it like I said. You don't got to offer me a lot of money. That's all I'm saying. So again, you believe what you want to believe, okay? I believe in the team of me. And I believe that DeSean and LeSean got together and said, hey, listen, this will be a great way for you to get a feel for HBCU and ask the Howard coach some questions. So again.
No, man, this is a good opportunity, man. I think, you know, man, HBCU, man, like, come on, man, just the black college.
I used to listen real quick. Since you brought it up, I used to go to Howard every other week when I was let up. Oh, my God. Howard.
Said, oh, my God.
Listen, you got a lot of great history and tradition, you know, and it would be an honor to accept the head coach job.
Ooh, Howard University.
And I will make sure that them young brothers will be good, be disciplined, and great young men. And we're going to win championships.
Y'all see what's going on?
And you got to offer me a lot of money.
And you don't got to offer me a lot of money. You feel me? I'm just saying. Y'all say what you want. Y'all feel what you want. You say what you want. I'm telling you right now, it's in the works. It's in the works. It's in motion. Okay? It's in motion. That's all I'm saying. Y'all listen. I know y'all be like, oh, Scotty, you be just talking. It's in motion. That thing got motion. I'm trying to tell you. He gonna be right there. I'm just saying. I'm telling y'all think I'm joking. Y'all think I'm joking. That's all I'm saying. Let me shrink this down real bit. All right, let me go here. Shrink this down right here. Right there. Boom. I like that. Boom, I like that. All right, let me see. I don't think it'll be petty. I like that. I like it. I like that. That will be real petty if they had Shady interview the Howard head coach. How would that be petty? His job is to be a commentator. How is that even petty? Again.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all.
Hey, listen. I'm telling you right now. And I know the Howard people gonna be like, no, our AD ain't picking up the phone. Listen, Howard, okay? Your name rings bells for everything but athletics. Well, everything but football, okay? Your name rings bells for everything but football, okay? So I don't want to hear all this. Oh, he don't even need to pick up the phone. He good. We are AD. He good. Da, da, da. Bro, go get y'all ass LeSean McCoy. Go make it an Eagles conference. Go, listen, help the commissioner out. Y'all want the lady to make lemons out of limes or whatever, limeade and lemonade out of lemons. How about y'all go help her so she can go sell something that's appeasing to advertisers? That would be appeasing to me. You got DeSean Jackson up at Delaware State. You got LeSean McCoy at Howard, and then you got Michael Vick down in Norfolk. It's an Eagles conference. Take that shit to the link. Take that shit to the link. What? Give her something to sell. Advertisers would what? Advertisers will bite all over that. Ain't nobody checking for y'all media contracts. Ain't nobody trying to give y'all no media money, right? But at the end of the day, you get a triple threat like these three bad boys and their personalities, and they talking junk and they spitting and it will take. I keep trying to tell y'all, listen to me. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Okay, listen to me. Everybody out here, all 180 of y'all Bama's, listen to me, right? If you make HBCU football like WWE and make it entertaining and script some shit and really have people going at other people's necks, oh my God, could you imagine seeing yourselves on SportsCenter every day? Could you imagine seeing yourselves on Pat McAfee every day? Could you imagine seeing yourself on First Things First and Speak and all of that stupid stuff out there? Could you imagine seeing your programs on there because of your head coaches talking junk? That is called sports entertainment. See, HBCUs have a problem with the entertainment part, okay? Okay, because again, you already got it. It's a perfect storm. You got Trey Oliver, entertaining. You got Chennis Berry, entertaining. If you add these three black brothers, it is going to be entertaining. The only boring person is Damon Wilson. I'm just saying. It's a perfect setup. You got 5 black, entertaining black men to get on stage and talk they talk. Now, Trey and Chennis ain't really going to do it as heavy because, why? They're looking for their next job, right? And they're like, well, I got a white AD trying to hire a black coach. I can't show this moniker. I can't be this brash black guy. I get that. I get it, right? That's why you got Lane Kiffin doing what Lane Kiffin do, because he's a white man. He can do all that all day, every day, twice on Sunday, right? Pat McAfee, a white man. That's why he can do that. Coach JB, a white man. They can do all that, right? When Cam Newton does it, it's a problem. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. So you ain't going to see Trey and Chennis get into all of it, because if they're looking for the next coaching job, they're not going to do that. The celebrities, they don't care. They should not care. The money don't matter to them. They straight, they good. Let's do this for the entertainment. Let's have fun. Let's go win championships, baby. Let's go get some media deals. Let's go change the world. That's how I feel about it. Y'all can be, and y'all can have your panties in a bunch and say what Scotty trying to do this and Scotty. I'm trying to make y'all niggas relevant. Get on board. I'm trying to make y'all relevant. Get on board. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help y'all eat. Everybody, I'm trying to help y'all Bama's eat. Y'all trying to live in that status quo, that old day and age. And listen, I hear from BJ all the time. BJ talks about when the coaches talk junk, when them old school head black coaches used to talk smack to one another. Why is it that now everybody want to be, just another game. Just another game on the schedule. Just worried about game 1. Just worrying about what we can do, how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Just licking my ice cream over here, just minding my business. Like, bro, everybody want to be Nelson Mandela. Nobody want to be Malcolm X. Nobody want to say what it is. Hey, Malcolm X, how do you feel about John F. Kennedy getting killed? How did John F. Kennedy feel about that black man getting shot? How did John F. Kennedy feel about the civil rights movement? Why hadn't John F. Kennedy signed the Bill of Rights? You know what? I feel as though, I'm an old farm boy. And my mom used to say, them roosters come home to crow. I'm not mad that the roosters came home and crowed for John F. Kennedy. Like, why can't we get some Malcolm X's out here? Everybody want to be Nelson Mandela. The only person that want to stand up and say some shit is Mickey Joseph, and then they want to find Mickey when everybody know SWAC refs are trash. How you gonna find the man telling the truth about SWAC refs being ass when everybody complains about them every freaking week that they're ass? Again, that's my 2 cents. So again, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let it go.
To accept the head coach job.
Ooh, Howard University.
And I will make sure that them young brothers will be good, be disciplined, and great young men.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to win championships.
Y'all see what's going on?
And you got to offer a lot of money. You feel me? Howard. I'm reaching out once again.
Ooh, hey, that you crazy.
Come on.
Hey, you just put your bid in
I can't wait to that interview with the Howard head coach. I can't wait. Now, last thing before I move on to my final topic. 2 things. 1, I hope LeSean McCoy does not apologize for that. And 2, I hope Larry Scott say something about it. Now that's some real nigga shit right there. And if Larry Scott says something, if Larry Scott's like, hey, yo, you was out in the media talking about my job, you know what I'm saying? Like, I will, oh my God. I would die. I would straight die watching that on live television. I would absolutely love to see it. It is what it is. All right, final topic for the day. I told you I was going to get to the SWAC. I told you I was going to get there. Let me cook. Right? Let me cook. I want to see something real quick. I want to see something real quick. Now, again, SWAC versus MEAC, battle of the media days. Now, again, for the MEAC only having 6 teams, you have to give them credit for what they do for MEAC, for the media day. You do. Even for the 6 teams, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that many people. It's just us. We co-mingling. We just hanging out and doing some stuff. That's cool. But again, if we're talking about the vision, because I need y'all to think about this. I really need y'all to understand how trash the SWAC has been for its media day, right? Now, remember the first year they had that wrinkle up ass banner behind DeSean. You can see all the pictures of it. It ain't nothing new. Wrinkle ass banner, it trash. The next year, I think it wasn't a banner, it might have been a digital thing, I don't know, still trash. They still have not ever moved it out of Birmingham. For year 1, I get it. Birmingham, Alabama. DeSean year 2, that shit should have been in Atlanta. And I want to break it down even further of how lazy they have been in the execution of it, right? Just the visionary. Like, there's no visionaries in the SWAC office, and let me explain to you why. Even the SIAC for 1 year took their SIAC media day to the College Football Hall of Fame. The SIAC, right? The SEC has done their media day at the College Football Hall of Fame. So you're telling me that a Southern Conference that had Deion Sanders could not have moved their conference? I'm not even talking about moving the headquarters. I'm just talking about moving media day. Listen, I'm just talking about moving media day. Moving media day to a College Football Hall of Fame or somewhere a little bit more jazzy of a place, right? So location, gotta give it to the MEAC, right? Because again, even now you see it. They're moving to M&T Bank, right? Like, again, we don't know. I don't know. I'm speaking hypothetically. With Deion, you don't think that they could have probably got Dallas? They could have did it at the Frisco Star. They wouldn't have done it at Jerry World, right? But You probably could have done that at the Frisco, right? You probably could have had SWAC Media Day at the Star at Frisco. So now you got Deion Sanders in Dallas around all that media, have all of them come out for the SWAC Media Day. That would have been an event. But again, no visionaries. Nope. We're going to have it at the same boring ass Sheraton Inn at the bottom of the basement in a hole in the wall with grandma carpet, and we're going to have another SWAC Media Day. The shit is insane to me. Just absolutely insane. Second part of this, right? Setup. The MEAC, if anybody remember, I remember the first time I saw that MEAC with that big old digital board. Ooh-wee! Big old digital board in the background with the layouts and with the colors. And I was like, oh my God, this jank is off the chain. Again, I'm going to tell you, there are no visionaries in the office in Birmingham, Alabama. It's in the Sheraton. It's in a hotel. It's in a hotel conference room. That's where the SWAC is. That's where it's at. In the bottom of a hotel room. Coach Green talking about, it ain't easy moving a media day. But it's easy to get it at M&T Bank Stadium. It's easy to move a football game to the Link Financial Field. But it ain't easy moving a media day. They got all those coaches this year in their first media day. The first year they got them. They haven't played a year. See, I want y'all to hear what Coach Green is saying because he's not making very much sense. He's making my point. None of these coaches have coached the season yet. But through the excitement of the season, they're able to move their media day to the Ravens Stadium. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the MEAC conference office is in Norfolk, if I'm not mistaken. So you're telling me with the excitement, let's say you miss out on year one of Deion. Year two of Deion, that media day should have been moved. But no. Still at the bottom, still at the Sheraton, still with the grandma carpet, with them old banners. It's trash. It's absolutely trash. There's no creativity, there's no flexibility, and what I mean by just the willingness to do something different. The willingness to do something different. To try to do something new. Nothing. Right? So again, even with the MEAC and all its flaws and all its problems, and it's only 6 teams, and they can't do this and they can't do that, the conference office still finds a way to make sure that there's some type of shift or some type of new energy to be found at MEAC Media Day. I promise you can go look at the last 4 pictures and match the same carpet to each year at SWAC Media Day for the last 4 years. The 2 with Deion, the first one with Mickey Joseph, and now this year. It's ass. With Hugh Jackson, right? Even with Hugh Jackson and all that type of stuff. Again, Deion, Hugh Jackson, you're still at the bottom of the Sheraton in Birmingham, Alabama? But you're the premier football conference? Hey, listen. They got a better chance of doing it at the lounge. Take it to Bama State's lounge. Take it to Bama State Stadium. Put them in that Hornet lounge. You feel me? So again, what? Actually, I actually was. I can't lie, I was invited to MEAC Media Day. I actually got credentialed for MEAC Media Day. I'm pretty proud of myself, right? But I'm not going because I got other obligations. But I might go. I'm thinking about going. I'm gonna see. I'm debating, right? Because I got a lot of stuff. Like the 23rd is my son's birthday. The 22nd we got a wedding to go to. So I'm in between. But anyway, right? But it's to me. At the end of the day, man, the thing that I have been preaching for the last 4 years is you're got to be willing to try something new. That's the hard part that I've seen in HBCU, that you get so stuck in your ways. You get so stuck in your ways. Clearly, your ways, I'll say this. Clearly, your ways have maintained you, but they have not elevated you. It's okay. If living status quo and living with the status quo of what you've been doing and barely getting by and barely getting funding and barely doing whatever is your cup of tea, then that's fine, right? But all I'm here to do is to make you think outside the box of what it is, right? You got to think outside the box of what you've been doing and how you've been doing it. And for me, the last 4 years, the most exciting part of HBC, I really want y'all to think about that, right? I really need y'all to think about it. The Big 12 changed their location because of Deion. Like, I need y'all to think about it. Oh, my gosh. Listen, the Big 12 changed their media location for Deion because they understood the media that was going to follow and how it went down. In the 4 years, the first 3 years I've been in this space was probably, even Deion's spring year, the 3 years that I have been in that space was probably the most talked about for HBCU probably in a long time, probably since the early 90s, early 2000s. And you're telling me that at no point did you feel the need to change anything? Nothing. Not a media day, not how to broadcast, not how we're doing the broadcast, or should we add this, or should we do this, or there has been, listen to me when I tell you, the only thing that has changed in the past 4 years that I've been in this space is that the SWAC has put games on YouTube. That is it. And they didn't even do it in the time of Deion. They only did it after he left. So, at the end, oh my gosh, man. You know what Coach Green reminds me of? Coach Green reminds me of that employee that the employee that always thinks their boss is right? Like, even when the boss is treating you wrong, even when the boss is doing you wrong, he was like, the boss, he don't even got to pay us. I mean, it's a blessing that he even paying us. I mean, like, all he asking you to do is work 60 hours. You can't do 60 hours? See, that's the wrong mindset right there. That's the wrong mindset. If you would just do your job and do your 60 hours, come in when he tell you to come in, on call 24/7, you wouldn't have no problems. But no, you think you deserve family time. You think you deserve family time. You think you should be able to make it to your kids' birthdays. See, that's what's wrong with you. That's what's wrong with you. See, that's I get when you lose your job because you can't do what the boss asks you to do. Don't come crying to me. Don't come crying to me. That's what Coach Green sounds like. Because you're like, oh, you don't understand the cost of moving and all this. If the SIAC, listen to me now. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't somebody who said, I won't say no names, somebody said that they are the preeminent black conference, that they've made millions from SWAC championship and millions from, we don't really even need the Celebration Bowl. We making millions off SWAC championship games, right? Somebody said that. I don't know who. I ain't going to say their name. So you're telling me the SIAC could have their media day at the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, but the SWAC can't find a way to move their SWAC media day to College Football Hall. Okay. Okay. All right. No, not fighting anything. Not fighting no more. No. I'm not saying you gotta go everything I say. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. You don't gotta go. I was like, all I tell people is to think. I'm just telling you what you sound like. I'm just telling people to think that how the SIAC has moved their conference, their media day conference. The MEAC has moved their media day conference. The Big 12 has moved their media day conference for Deion. But you're telling me in the 2 years that you had Deion Sanders, you could not have moved your media day? A Division II program has moved it. The MEAC has moved it. But the SWAC couldn't find a way to move it. Again, I'm not telling you to follow what I'm saying. I'm just telling you to look at all the other options that everybody else has moved, but you can't. That's all I'm saying. But hey, you know, again, if you just work your 60 hours and don't worry about going to your kid's birthday, we wouldn't even have this problem. I agree. I don't think Shady feels that way. I do think that they're stronger together than they are individually, right? Like if it was just DeSean Jackson, if it was just Michael Vick. I think Michael Vick does have that buzz. Michael Vick doesn't have the aura. He has that buzz because he is Michael Vick. But I think if Michael Vick was more out in the open and vocal with it, I think he could have that same lightning rod effect that Deion had. But to me, if you combine all three of them, it's like the Wonder Twins power activating, right? Like you add LeSean, DeSean, and Michael Vick all in the conference to coach. I think you're adding gunpowder to fire. Like it's to me, it's like it's a firework. It's going to explode because there are too many personalities. They're too egos. They all competitors. It's literally like. To me, it would be like a black NFL. And let me break down what I'm saying. I want y'all to think about this. If NFL owners were black celebrities, if NFL owners were former black athletes, you don't think your owner would be a little bit more vocal? That you would have a lot more Jerry Joneses of the world? If Cam Newton was an NFL owner, how would he sound like in a press conference? You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm feeling like since these guys are the GMs since these guys are the head coaches and they're the face of these programs, right? You're putting them in an NFL owner type of seat to where they can manipulate and gravitate towards it. So I think that, you know, I would move towards that because of again, let me say this, and I'm not in advertising per se, but I know a lot of people in advertising, and I'm saying this. There's a lot of dollars out there, but a lot of times the people that give you the money do not understand your space, right? So let me give you a perfect example. If a black man was over top of $100 million ad company and a white person came up to them and said, hey, man, listen, we got this bluegrass rock movement coming through. I mean, it's a really good band. They got some buzz in it. That black man would be like, I don't know shit about bluegrass, green grass, white grass, and it's music. What are you talking about, right? And it will be hard for them to give you money because they don't understand what your lane is or who your lane is for or who you're trying to promote to. It's the same thing for HBCU football. You're going to white people and asking them to give you money in a space they have no understanding about. How many people come to the game? How many people watch? What are your analytics? They're going to ask you the basic questions of what your analytics look like. You know what I'm saying? What your analytics look like, what your viewership looks like. Give me just the bare bones of the numbers. Don't give me the fluff. Don't give me the tailgate and the band. Give me the numbers, because they probably came from an institution or a school that it was all about the football. It was all about the sport. It was all about the numbers. They probably went to a Purdue. They went to a Iowa. They went to a Ohio State, a UCLA, a Notre Dame, right? And they have a different experience in their football. So when you talk about the band and the dancers and all, they'll be like, okay, but what about the football? How's the football? And that's what it is. So again, what you have to do is you have to give the people something that they can understand. Okay, I know a DeSean Jackson. I know his following. I know his this. I know a Michael Vick. I know his following. I know his impact with the community. I know a LeSean McCoy. I know his impact. I know where he speaks at. I know what programs he's on. I know what television. Like, it's all of that that helps you get more brands in and partner with these institutions and these schools and maybe even the MEAC. So that's why I'm open to a lot more celebrities coming in and coaching. Most of you guys aren't. I'm always going to be on the celebrity bandwagon because, again, I want to see growth. And, again, if you're not investing in athletics and you're not fully committed to athletics, then you might as well just let it be what it is and just have fun with it. But, hey, to each his own. Listen, man, I appreciate you, Bamas. I got to get out of here. I got to pick up my kid from summer camp, and then we got baseball trials today, so wish him luck. He is trying out for a baseball travel team for next year, and then we got football practice later today, man. So that's when you ask me, Scotty, what you've been doing, I've been parenting, okay? And, again, it is my anniversary. If you guys would love to bless me and my wife, you can more than welcome give us some funds, or you can send us a happy anniversary. Doesn't matter. At Cash App us at Offscript TV. All right, that's Offscript TV. All right, if you'd like to give us anything for our anniversary, we'll really appreciate it. No, again, it's giving. Donor is not mandatory. Whatever your heart feels, 10, 20, 100,000, whatever your heart and whatever in your heart feel like to give, you're more than welcome. If you're like, hey, man, I ain't giving you shit, you ain't got to give a shit. All right, listen. All right, at the end of the day, we still get sustained by God and all the things that we do. So we appreciate y'all. Listen, I appreciate y'all as always. I'll try to come back more, but again, it's not a lot of information getting pushed out. All right, so, SWAC Media Day is around the corner at the Sheraton down in Birmingham, Alabama, and then you got the MEAC Media Day as well. So listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holla. God bless. Appreciate you, Paris. Thank you so much.